larger goal is just to get noticed on social media, whether it be any of the platforms. I think the biggest ones for adventure media are definitely Instagram and Facebook.
I'm a visual storyteller, I'm a filmmaker, and so Instagram, you're able to visually demonstrate all of the work that you do. I think Twitter's ridiculous sometimes. It's full of garbage. A lot of social media is full of garbage, especially Facebook, but if you strategize on social media to put your work out there, you can get clients, you can make money, you can promote your films, you promote your creative productions, and yeah, so Instagram is my cup of tea.
So the problem with social media is it can be a double-edged sword. So in one realm, you have a platform where you can broadcast your images. You can show that to the public or whatever social group you want to share that with. But on the other end, you also have copycats. So what you end up with are a lot of cliche images that everyone looks at.
You see these photos and you're like, oh, I want to take a photo like that. I want to be, just like them in a way. And so you automatically just do that. I mean, my trip to Colorado this year for summer, I took a photo hanging out of a Jeep, throwing my guns up. And that's usually like what a lot of people do when they go on a trip like that. And it's just, you get that in your mindset like, oh, if they do it, then I have to do it too.
Well, Dave is going to run down this pretty sick, I don't know what to call this, like a barrel drop kind of thing. It's a single track. He's just going to run down as fast as he can and kind of ride the edge. Hopefully I can capture some unique visuals with it. He's going to pick up some speed. I just chose a spot because it's good downhill on low to the ground, so I'll be pretty close to him and get a close-up shot of the action.
I think the key to like a good social media picture is obviously getting something that's visually pleasing and something that a lot of people aren't going to see in their regular life. So, like for example, no one at Texas Tech or no one in Lubbock is going to see anything like this. So, what I do here is I'm going to take a picture of this mountain range, but I want to get this tree in the foreground and focus on the tree. So you'll still be able to see a lot of the background in here, but this tree will be nice and centered.
Right now I have a 16 to 35, which is a really wide angle. However, Foster teaches you to look for layers. And so I see those rocks right there. I see the trees over there. And then I see the mountains in the background. So that's 1, 2, 3. So what I want to do with that, I want to use a zoom lens, 28 to 70. And I'm going to zoom it all the way to 70 so I can really compress it together. And so I'm just going to switch my lens out. I'm shooting on my Sony a7S. I'm shooting in 4K. I'm shooting in S-Log 3 so that I can really make these colors come out.
So, kind of an important thing about this kind of stuff, and this is just general, I guess, photographic stuff to be aware of. You can see his ears, at least one of them. You can see the side of his face. You get a little bit of profile. You can turn him just a little bit, just a little bit more right there. So he's got a nose now, right? So now he's a human being. Otherwise, he might as well have been an alien. This is a little too into the mystic, but you know it's there. The exposure's good on it.
The ones that get the most likes are the cheesy photos. So pretty much if I can get an awesome sunset, that's going to get a ton of likes. If I have really cool star, like anything related to stars with the moon, that usually gets a lot of likes. And funny thing is food. So it's weird. People they're always drawn to the same thing.
In some ways, they're the kind of like the Instagram like button pusher kind of photos, but I mean, I think they they try to evoke a sense of romanticism in people that, you know, that want to be here but maybe not necessarily are here, or just, you know, have a genuine curiosity, interest in this type of material, or this type of activity, or do it often, and just always kind of got to get their wanderlust fixed. It's just, you know, affect, emotional affect. You know, it makes you feel good when you see something like that. If you say, "Oh, I wish I was there," and it's not necessarily like I hate my job, I wish I was there, but I'm gonna get there one day, then that's a positive. The flip side of it, obviously, is that it does build a certain image of, you know, the type of person that does this kind of stuff, and the gear that you need, and you know, basically what all that translates to is the expense that somebody has to pour into making something like this happen.
The reason those people like those photos is just because they resonate with pretty much everyone. So whether I'm just a Joe Blow sitting off the corner of the street, I can see that same great looking sunset, and I can imagine those. But those are things that people are geared towards, because everyone wants to be involved in those situations. I can take pictures of people riding bikes all day. I can take pictures of people climbing mountains and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's still such a niche audience. But everyone enjoys a rainbow.